We've got kids on poles, grown men bearing it all marching down the street, child drag shows, and people twerking and getting maced. Yes, this is Pride in 2025, and in this video, we're going to be reacting and discussing to the most insane clips out there from this year. In my last video, we discussed why so many corporate donors have been pulling out from funding Pride parades and why it's kind of been losing its hype, and well, this video further explains why. So if you like this kind of content, as always, be sure to subscribe, and without further ado, let's dive right into this. This video just started. It looks very wholesome in that, you know, the kid's just mimicking the person, just dancing, twirling around, nothing too harmful. At first glance, yes, but what I just feel like knowing what this person's profession is and how they make money and where they make money is what makes this wrong. Sure, what they're doing right now is PG and they're just spinning and, you know, the kid's mimicking it, but that's where I think it's a little misguided in that, you know, this person's main job and profession is to dance on stage for once and strip away clothing. So now you have this kid mimicking it and dancing. It doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't seem appropriate because at the end of the day, yeah, what they're doing now is a little more PG, but you can make anything PG. You can grab a stripper out the strip club, have her sit down and read in front of children and have that be technically PG in that set time. But what about her main job and what she's actually like mainly doing in that profession? It gets a little slippery. I honestly don't know who is bringing their kids to these events like this. That's a lot of children parading around with this drag queen, following it around, dancing and frolicking in the grass at this, I guess, supposedly family-friendly Pride event. And then it kills me because it's like the gays wonder why people are starting not to like them. They wonder why all these companies are pulling out, and it's because of things like this, and you're not leaving the children alone. And I get it. These are consenting parents with their children going somewhere that's supposedly family friendly and everybody there is consenting and the adults, like the children aren't alone, you know? So I get it on that end and it's like, yeah, let the parents do what they want to do. It's all fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, there are things we don't allow parents to do. There are safeguards that we have in place that we don't allow other people to do in this country. You know, these kids can't even go into a bar, can't even go to see this person perform where they actually perform it. They have to be of age. So at the end of the day, like a parent can't do anything they want to do with their child. If a parent start beating their child and I call CPS on them, their kids are going to be taken. So yes, the parents are there, they're in charge and they're looking over their kid, but at the end of the day, there are some things you can't do even as a parent. Drag queens literally perform and strip in bars, point blank, period. I don't know how else to put it. And I have nothing wrong or nothing against drag queens. I've gone to my fair share of drag shows. There's probably videos out there somewhere of me dancing with drag queens at some point in time, whatever. But that's again in a room with consenting adults, not minors, not children. This is not real life. You're literally pimping out your child. Like, you're literally pimping out your child. This child has a whole TikTok page being a child drag queen. I think the kid is seven or 8. And they doll them up in all the wigs and the fashions and the dresses and they twirl them around all the different parades and they make money. That's crazy to me. Because they're like, when this person, this is grooming. Like I hate to say that, but like it's literally grooming. Like when this person becomes an adult and they're doing this for a job, where are they at? They in the clubs. They're literally in the clubs. It's so crazy to me because people see this. I don't know who exactly is saying this. Corporate executives, I guess. I don't know. But they're seeing behavior like this of, you know, the child drag queens and they're dancing on stage. And for some reason, they think that society is okay with this, that society is accepting of this and wants more of this, and that's just not the case. Our society doesn't want to see more child drag stars. It doesn't want to see all this LGBTQ related stuff targeted and pointed towards children. Like, I honestly don't know what it's going to take for these companies and these people to realize that this is not mainstream and this is not what people want. Most recently, not a single person raised their hand for Pixar's queer-coded cut of Elio had one of the most disastrous test screenings in Disney history. This is a new Pixar movie that came out and apparently it had a bunch of like queer coded stuff, like the child wearing pink and different posters in its room, and it kind of like under the rug, slipped in a lot of gay stuff, and not a single person would ever even pay to watch the movie. Then they edited the movie and they released it, and it's still bomb. What is the left saying? Queer subtext in Disney's Elio was reportedly cut by Pixar. Elio was gonna be gayer, but Pixar completely changed the film. Inside sources say not a single person raised their hand. The left is honestly being fair in the reporting on this because it's just the truth of the matter. They didn't like it. Now, what is the right talking about it? Pixar film bombs badly, and staffers blame executives for erasing woke themes after disastrous audience tests. Elio debacle shows audience don't want sexual agendas. They don't. We don't want Listen. The parents, everybody is completely over the sexual agendas and just the sexualization of children, period. Again, I've talked about this in other videos about how it's not just the gay stuff that I'm over, the straight stuff too. And the child pageants and all the weird like kissing scenes and romantic scenes and like in middle school dramas and middle school shows. We don't need any of that. Especially in a Pixar movie. Like, it's so funny, the gays and the left, they always talk about, oh, there's no agenda and we're not trying to slip it in here, slip it in there. What are we doing? A major shout out to Ground News for quickly letting us see exactly the different headlines on the left and the right pertaining to this issue. So if you want to get involved and see articles like this for yourself, be sure to tap the link below or scan the QR code here on the screen. This is one of the things that I love most about Ground News is that it quickly, like from the left, center, and right, you can easily see what exactly is being said about the said story across a wide range of different sources. And not just that, but the section up here called Blind Spot shows you everything that the left isn't talking about but the right is. And on the other side, it shows you everything that the left is talking about but the right isn't. For example, on the left, apparently, Holman confirmed that AOC is indeed under investigation. The left isn't talking about this at all, obviously, because that is the left's golden child, AOC, but the right is. So that's very interesting. And then something on the right is right here, the alligator Alcatraz, what to know about Florida's new controversial migrant detention facility. The right, I feel like, isn't talking about this at all because they voted for this, they wanted this, they approved this. So they're not really flustered by it, whereas the left is more upset at this and exactly what it's come to be because there are actually there are literally cages out there, y'all. But again, it's a detention center, and if you're doing something illegal, then damn it, what do you expect? But I love how easy it is for me to just come here and say, what is the left not talking about and what is the right not talking about? That way we can always stay grounded within the media landscape. So again, major shout out to Ground News. If you like this kind of content and you like how everything was laid out, be sure to tap the link below or scan the QR code here on the screen. They'll be giving you 40% off the Vantage plan, which is the one that I use that unlocks all the cool features that we've gone through in this video. And that comes out to like the price of a coffee a month, which is totally worth it, especially in this media landscape. If you always want to stay grounded, no pun intended, be sure to get involved. Literally nothing about this festival right here looks prideful, looks fun, looks inviting, looks exciting, looks like accepting. It's just a bunch of bad attitudes, people who want to not even push a political agenda, but like how you saw the the fascist sign. Like if you literally show up there with the MAGA hat on, they will jump you. Damn, they will literally jump you just for having a dissenting viewpoint. Like none of this is good. Why are we all the police showing up? You got people twerking on the machines, the police showing up. I don't get it. As a gay man, I genuinely don't get it. I'm all for having fun. I'm all for adults and consenting adults, having a good time in public in a confined area that's meant for them, sure. There's nothing prideful in doing street takeovers and having pride takeovers and twerking on machines, ass being thrown everywhere. This isn't even about pride anymore. This doesn't even give me the vibes of like a early 2000s. Oh, we're just so happy to be, hopefully one day get married and, loving family, and we're just normal gays just trying to live our life. This is just an excuse to wear nothing and act crazy at this point. That's all it ever is. What other parades are this mainstream and this just belligerent and crazy? None. She better fuck it up. Ooh. I'm sorry. Miss Ellen / Kristen Stewart, whoever you are, you better get it. I love me some Chicago juke music. Ooh, if you know, you know. Some Chicago juke music. And lo and behold, I had no business being in middle school going to a juking party, but I sure did. I love me some good old juke music, footworking music. Oh, that brings out something in me. Ooh, just hood, just nasty and gritty, just this is what I'm here for. Ain't no children in sight. I'll go there. I'll have me a ball. A ball. I'm all here for it. But anything else where the police getting called and you acting a fool and you on machines instead of just in the street where you're supposed to be, no, it's a done deal. But I will highlight it's okay. There's some good things at these pride parades and just wholesome people having fun and, you know, crowds of people dancing, just good vibes. They do exist. Not all prides are just an absolute chaotic hot mess with children everywhere and naked people. I understand and I will give cadence to. There is some good stuff out there. But again, it's very easy to discredit it all when you're involving children and nudity and all these different things. Because while yes, this segment right here looks very fun, very wholesome, just like a good vibe with adults, we just saw in the last clip, you got people twerking and dancing on machines and cars. And as we've seen in this video, and I'm sure later on in this video, we're going to see more nude people at these family-friendly marketed events, which is why all these companies have gone and left. It makes people uncomfortable and it ruins it. It ruins all the children stuff and the nudity stuff, all that, and the acting a fool and getting the cops caught on you. It ruins the vibes for things like this, where it's just consenting gay adults in the street having a ball. It ruins it for people like this. It really does. Case in point. Case in point. Why? People like this ruin it for the whole community because again, you done lump this damn community into LGBTQ plus community, this big overarching rainbow, to the point where people see this and associate anything remotely gay to it. I have nothing to do with this. I don't condone this. I don't want it. I don't like it. But sad to say, because apparently I'm a gay male, I fall under the LGBTQ community and this rainbow community, and now I'm by proxy like someone close to this, and I don't want to be. I'm tired of it, and so many other gay people are. Not even gay people, but straight people, straight allies, the companies and all want to get away from this. I do not understand, and I will never understand how year after year we see nudists and these people out here in the streets doing this, but not getting arrested. If I feel like, why is this allowed? Makes me feel like I'm crazy because I could have sworn public indecency was a thing. I could have sworn it was a thing, and you're not allowed to do stuff like this, but time after time again, it happens.
If you bring your child to a pride parade where you know that people are going to be nude, you deserve to be.
Hi, my name is Sophie, and I'm a parent who just took her kids to the Houston Pride Parade yesterday, so I have a few comments on this. First and foremost, I would love to know where you're getting this information from that there are people showing up nude at Pride, because I've been going to Pride since 2018, and in all of my years of going, I have never once seen a nude person.
Sure, you may not have seen a nude pride person. As we just saw in the last video, it happens at several parades. Nude people everywhere. I've seen nude people at pride parades. I've seen nude people in Nashville. For sure, if it's one little segment, say for example, you go to the parade starts at 10 and it's an all-day event to like, you know, noon. And then there's the little like, you know, little festival area. If they marched already and then you show up there, you miss them, so you're never gonna see them, you know? So for sure, you may never seen anything, but other families and other people have. And I get it. You wanna be a nice parent, you wanna bring your kids to Pride, and you never seen anything bad. That's on you, but at the same time, you can't sit here and act like you don't have Google. You can't just look up on TikTok and look on these videos of the ample amount of people who are showing up to these places in full nude.
So, I would really like to know where you're getting this info from. Secondly, like I've said, I've been going to Pride since 2018, and you know what I do see a lot of? Kids and families. And everyone is super sweet and kind, and when I brought my kids for the first time yesterday, everyone was super sweet and kind to them. Everyone was smiling at them and waving, telling them how cute they look in their outfits, giving them stickers and necklaces and candy. We even got a lot of extra goodies during the actual parade.
And this is true. Every pride parade that I've gone, I've seen an ample amount of families and kids and strollers, this and that and the third. But just because they're there doesn't mean that lewd stuff isn't also happening. That's the problem with these parades. That's the problem why people have been calling it out. Because before a while, they were family friendly. It was not, it seemed like it was some profane parts. Yeah, I'm not gonna act like it's always been clean. It definitely hasn't, but it has been on a ramp up of just the most insane things out there. And I feel bad for the people like this that, you know, want to continue to take their children to Pride and want to continue to support the parades and go out there because they've never seen anything bad, But again, going back to my last video and that example that I gave about movies, if I make a movie and I'm saying, okay, it's rated G, but then there's 5 seconds of nudity, that jumps up to only for adults because a kid just cannot see that. And far too often at these events, kids are saying something that they shouldn't be. And that's the main problem, the main hullabaloo, the main controversy behind all these pride parades to begin with.
Doesn't feel like rigid in my being.
How do you guys identify?
Whole umbrella.
The whole umbrella. So any hole is a hole.
Sure, yeah. Queer umbrella.
The whole umbrella and the hole is a hole.
Yep, pretty much.
Is the hole a hole for you?
The hole is a hole for me. Yeah.
All holes are equal. All created equal.
A nice hole is a nice hole, so you know, it is what it is. Non-binary, gender fluid.
You identify as non-binary?
Yes. Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
What the hell is non-binary, gender fluid, I identify under the whole umbrella means?
To you?
For me, it's a gender fluid. Like sometimes I feel more feminine and sometimes I feel more masculine, and it not just in how I want to portray myself, like on the outside, but on the inside. It's just like, it's not that I feel like it's a shift, but it's like, I guess I'm also non-binary.
A personality? A personality? Your name? Just who you are as a person? These are just bored people looking for labels. I genuinely don't get it. That's your personality. Some days I'm at a Beyonce concert, dipping it low, busting it down, acting a plum fool, wrist flowing everywhere. And then other days I'm like shooting guns or, you know, like building something around the house. I don't know, like there's manly things that I do and there's female things that I do, but that's just a part of Amir and who I am as a person. Some aspects of my personality is very flamboyant, very feminine. Some aspects of my personality are very alpha and very dominant. That's just called my personality. I don't have to call myself non-binary just because Nobody is 100% one thing, ever. Do I align more one way? For sure, but that's just your personality. I'm not gonna sit here and call myself non-binary just because some days I'm more masculine and some days I'm more feminine. That doesn't make any sense. You're just bored.
But like I said, I'm just more gender queer, and just like some days more masculine, some days more feminine, but just kind of mesh them together all the time.
Okay, so if I dress more masculine or I feel more masculine one day, does that mean I'm non-binary?
If that's what you feel like.
So I could be non-binary some days and then be a woman other days?
I mean, I think if you're non-binary, you're non-binary. But like, if you want to be more,
My head hurts. I don't understand the logic. I don't. And me not understanding it isn't me trying to be hateful. No, I'm not trying to be hateful. But what I'm not going to sit here and allow is for also these people to mandate laws and say, no, you need to respect my pronouns. You need to do this or that. You need to treat me like this. No, you're literally insane. This is genuinely makes zero sense to me. It's your personality. Male penis, female vagina, everything else is your name and your personality. Done. Done. That's it. And as a society, maybe we should just understand that, hey, the world would be so much more simpler if we all just went that way. Like if you're a he, you just have a penis. If you're a she, you have a vagina. And that's mainly noted for like doctors and so people feel more comfortable in locker rooms, whatever. And then everything else is your personality, and that's perfectly fine. I have no problem with these people's personality, but it's just a problem of, I wouldn't even say how they're making sense of it and how they're defining it, but the only reason I'm commentating on it and bringing it up isn't to make fun of them, isn't just to sit here and call them crazy, but it's to highlight, shit, how crazy it is. But because more often than not, people like this are trying to put in laws to mandate that we respect what they're being called. And it's people like this that are also trying to push this onto children, people like this that are trying to defend the right for children to have autonomy over their own bodies and say where they are, this pronoun or that pronoun, or they are they, them, and they want to be trans, this, that, and the third. It's deranged. It truly is. There's no other way around it. That sign, Latinx, LGBTQIA migrants, we march in resistance for our rights to be and exist. Migrants, Look at how you're dressed. You're dressed like this with Trump as president, talking about marching in resistance for our rights. What rights don't you have? You already exist and you're already there. This has nothing to do, if you're a legal migrant, so be it. If you're a legal migrant and you want to assimilate to American culture and norms and you want to be a part of our working society, do it. No problems with that at all. Illegal migrant, you gotta go. Pack your bags, you gotta go. ICE is being called, you gotta go. So sorry. It's just how it is. You gotta follow the laws. You gotta follow the rules. You gotta follow the right procedures. But you can't sit here and say we march in resistance for our rights to be and exist. You are being and you're existing and you're honestly doing the most. It's okay. You're there. You were in New York City. Ain't no one throwing a stone at you. You ain't being thrown off no rooftop. You are perfectly fine to express your artistic freedom as you may. And yet, for some reason, you still find the need to complain. Because for what? ICE, maybe? I feel like that's what this may be about. Oh, because people are breaking the law, coming here and skipping the line of legal people? Come on, y'all. I can't with this. This is just nonsense at this point. It truly is. Oh no, literally, oh no. I was just talking about this. I feel so bad for the parents that come there in good faith, wanting to bring their kids to a cute parade, get the candy, get the beads, see all the colors and the fine and dandy stuff. And then you got old men riding around butt-ass naked on bikes. Why? Again, turned a family-friendly event into something just lewd. Why aren't these people just arrested? We see them every year around multiple different cities. The nudists and the people on the bikes that are nude, they're always around. Why doesn't someone just go there and be like, actually, nope, you can't do this, up in cuffs to jail? Literally, if you do this at a park, you're going to jail and you're getting a bunch of different charges. But for some reason at a parade, it's fine and dandy to do this, even though there's also children around, and that's no. This is why you won't catch me at a pride parade. I don't want to see this nasty shit. No. Don't nobody want to be a part of this. This doesn't represent me. I don't feel wholesome around it. I don't feel prideful saying this and being there. None of this is very invigorating and exciting for me to be at. Not one bit. That family was too cute and it just got ruined.
Hold on. How did we get to this point?
Literally, thank you. How did we get to this point? Why is that little boy swinging on that pole like that? You know what? I want that one girl that we reacted to early on. I want her to come watch this video and see the amount of insanity and lunacy that we see at these different pride parades around the United States. Because why is the little baby on this pole swinging around with adults screaming around it? And on one end, I'll give an ounce of I know that kid is thinking nothing of it. There's poles at almost every playground. The little fireman poles. You swing around it, you fall down. It's very wholesome, especially in a kid's mind instead of park. So I know that kid isn't thinking negative about it. But what's sickening to me is that the adults in the room know what that pole is for, know what they're doing, and they're screaming around, cheering at it, spinning around. It's disgusting. And I personally feel like it should be common sense to call that out. It should be common sense to pinpoint what's wrong with what we're seeing here and what's being displayed. Quite literally, how did we get to this point? I want to see what this man has to say.
This become the message of Pride, where we teach kids to dance on stripper poles. Parents, why are you bringing your kids to these events? This isn't what Pride is about. This is disgusting. Do better as parents and leave them at home.
Literally just leave the children at home. Not even just leave the children at home. Ban Pride from children. If all Pride parades were 18 and up, we wouldn't see an issue. If it was a little festival, if it was Pride parades, you took out the parade and turned into a Pride festival in every city one day, 18 and up, every major music festival out there, hello? It would be fine. I truly think it would be fine. It would be fine, and the gay people and the LGBTQ community wouldn't have such a bad rep. But with these events and what we see and these videos that be popping up, this is exactly why people have a problem with the gay community and why no one wants to fund it or be a part of it. But at the end of the day, children have no need to be in these type of environments at all whatsoever. Again, like that other video, lit. This is wholesome. This is fine. You got a YN and a furry getting sturdy. I'm all for it. Have a good time, have a ball. Especially with the furries. Listen, y'all, when it comes to the furries, I've done a video on them before in the past. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and watch that. But more often than not, these furries don't want nothing to do with these damn children. At least they're clothes. They have on whole suits. So I'll give them that. If we're gonna talk about all these nudists at the pride parades, I'm not gonna be mad at someone fully clothed. Like, you know, with the fursuit on, what am I mad at that for? But again, it's some nudist people. It's the people like in the children that ruin it for everything else. Because again, these are just grown consenting adults having fun, having a blast, dancing in the street. I'm all cool with it. And I understand everybody here has a smile on their face. They're dancing. It's a good vibe. It looks cool, it looks fun. And there are pockets and moments like that at some of these pride parades where it's wholesome, it's fun, people dancing, people having a good time, I get it. But it goes back to the principle of what we see at these major pride parades when it comes to the crime, when it comes to the nudity, and it comes to the children, it ruins it for everything else. Kink belongs at Pride because we deserve to see sexy half people naked as a little treat. 18 and up, yes, do what you want. If it's a little festival, do what you want. 18 and up, ID everybody. But you know good and well children there. So I hope these are some people that are on the side of the fence that are like, yeah, children need to be gone. This is an adult area. This is an adult parade. Let us do our thing. Let us be happy. Let us be prideful. Let us be, you know, freaky, whatever. Do what you want. But it's just so crazy to me that throughout this video, we got parents that are like bringing their kids to Pride because they think it's family friendly. We got people going to Pride because they know it's not family friendly. You got people going to Pride saying they never see anything not family friendly. And what we see going throughout this whole video, there's a lot, it's a hot mess out there, y'all. It really is. And I'm glad I don't go no more. I went last year, I did a couple interviews. I may go next year to do some interviews and just get more on the ground because I do miss doing that. It was really fun. But I genuinely find no desire or want to go to one of these events. I just no.
Happy Pride Month specifically to the big-chested non-binary baddies. You don't have to bind to be valid in your identity, Booski. Do what feels authentic to your body.
Nope, we ain't doing it. We're not doing it. That's it. We're ending the video right then and there. I've had enough. Major shout out to Jake, my producer. He's absolutely incredible. He's the one that sources all the clips for me to react to. He helps me come up with different ideas and organizes everything. He's been a saint to the channel, you guys. Leave a note for Jake in the comments below for any other topic or ideas you want me to talk about. He will be sure to see them. With that being said, y'all, they were huge. They were just, I can't. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe. It helps the channel grow a ton. And I hope this video just further explains why people just don't want to go to Pride. Again, in my last video, if you haven't caught that, we talked about why a lot of the companies are like not funding Pride anymore and the downfall of it and why nobody seems to be caring about it. In this video, just further explain that with all the clips from the last few Pride parades the last couple of days. I can't. I'm flustered of that last video. It got me nervous. It's just like, put them up. Oh my goodness. But with that being said, you guys, I hope that you know I feel violated. I hope that you know you can achieve anything you put your mind to in this world. Literally, you work hard enough, you go after your goals and dreams, you can achieve it. Ain't no one gonna stop you but you. Ain't nobody gonna believe in it but you. So focus on you, tunnel vision, go after your goals and dreams, and you will get there. Because remember, it's called going through it for a reason. You're not stuck there, you're going to survive. So whatever you're going through right now, sit in it, breathe, acknowledge it, process it, and move on. If you're not alone, I have faith in you. The shit that I've been through, listen, we here now. We here now, and I know you will be too. So with that being said, much love. I appreciate you guys a ton spending time watching these videos. Let me know and let Jake know in the comments below of the videos that you want me to see. And with that being said, I will catch you very soon in the next video. Deuces.